Hey everyone, either welcome back or welcome to my channel. And in today's video, I'm actually talking about why I decided to take a social media break over the holidays. So before I get into any more details, time for the intro. So you might notice some differences this time. You're going to notice this huge thing in front of me. So I actually got an external microphone that is good to use when I'm basically at a desk. So this means moving forward, and I mentioned this in the vlog, but that won't be up for a little bit yet, that I am making this actually my permanent filming spot. Now, I'm gonna probably have to play around with the lighting a little bit and all of that, but as for now, this is where we're gonna stay. I'm gonna have to come up with another microphone option for when I'm out on the trails, but I talk extensively about that in the vlog, so make sure you pay attention for that when it goes live. I currently have still yet to make my monthly schedule for videos today. What I want to talk about today is why I decided to take a break from social media. Now, I did actually film this video on a whim yesterday. I was kind of in the mood for filming. However, I didn't have this set up yet because I needed a specific adapter to be able to use this, and unfortunately I ordered the wrong one. I decided actually, I don't know when, I think it was the end of November, that I wanted to take a break from making videos basically for the holidays. Now, this eventually spiraled into, okay, I'm going to continue doing content, but it's going to be scheduled. Then it changed actually into, I want to make this a full break from social media. So I want to talk about the reasons why I did this, what I exactly did, kind of what my exceptions were, what I did instead, and why I recommend that you guys do this. I think the biggest reason why creators actually take breaks during this time is because it's just a good time to do it. Like, there's so many stat holidays in a row, so it's just nice to take a break. It kind of resets you for the new year to bring out new content, gives you a fresh start and the ability to be creative. As much fun as I have, I know I need a break occasionally to reset that creativity. And the biggest reason for this is because you do burn out if you do too much. And I'm going to get into this, but I think that's what was happening to me closer to the end of November, particularly because I was doing TikTok too much. One of the things that I promised myself about making videos is if it ever became a point where I wasn't enjoying it anymore, that I wouldn't be doing it anymore. And it was almost getting to that point, actually. So I really had to sit back and go, okay, is this something I want to continue doing? Because if I'm not enjoying this anymore, it makes it feel like work, and that's not fair to me. This is my hobby. I really, really enjoy making these videos. I find these videos incredibly helpful for myself. I've talked about the benefits that I get off of this channel almost endlessly. For 2 weeks, I basically didn't post except schedule videos and didn't open Instagram except for once with a live show. I'll get into that in a minute. I didn't tweet except schedule tweets for videos because I scheduled those ahead of time. And I tried my best to stay away from Twitter as much as I could. Twitter is a really ugly platform sometimes. Now, I don't have the issues with Twitter that a lot of people have because I don't have the following. I don't have people that are coming and attacking me specifically to attack me to gain social media points. I just don't have that issue because my account is quite small, and I like it that small. And I basically am on Twitter so I can follow experts in the IIH fields, and so that I can follow the few accounts that I do like. But I do also enjoy sharing my opinions occasionally, but not very often. It's very, very difficult for me to put a lot of things into the character count that they allow on Twitter. It's okay if you only have a quick thought, But if you need to explain something, it's almost impossible to put it into a tweet. You can do threads, but you sometimes wonder exactly how much of the thread people are actually seeing. On Facebook, I didn't post on my personal feed. Those who are my close friends or family will know that I maybe shared a couple of videos, maybe a live with ZDoggMD. I'll get into the reason why that's an exception in a minute. It basically boiled down to I was trying to stay completely away from mainstream social media as much as I can. My exceptions to this were with ZDoggMD. I'm a supporter for ZDoggMD, and I'm on all 3 platforms that he's on, so Facebook, YouTube, and now Locals. And so I consider those people actually a part of my family, and the only way for me to really communicate with them is to actually be on social media. That's the only way I can communicate with them. So because of that, I made an exception for all of that. So any supporter lives that there were, any main page lives that there were, although I did miss one because I was spending time with my family that night. Also an exception for me was YouTube, because YouTube I don't really consider actually a part of social media for me, because I actually pay to get rid of ads. I'm a premium subscriber. What I did instead was I played a game that I love on my computer. So I have had this one game downloaded for I think over a couple of years now. It's actually called Project Hospital, and so the game basically is to build and manage your own hospital. You're basically a hospital administrator. So you have to hire staff and make your wards efficient so that your hospital can turn a profit. And I actually stopped playing this a while ago because there was an update that introduced a glitch. At least, I don't know if this was a glitch on just Mac, but on the Mac, the buttons weren't lining up or something properly, so I stopped playing it for the longest time. And so I just decided to go in and check out this game because I now had time to play it. I really didn't also have time to play it for the longest time. I don't know if this was a few months ago or if it was recently, but they released some DLC. So it's basically extra additions to the game that you pay a little bit extra for to get it. There was also a free one too. And so after I watched some people play those games on YouTube, because I have a few creators that I watch that actually play this game that I'm interested in, not only do I watch them to kind of learn tips as to how to make your hospital better, but I watch them to, figure out if I want to purchase some add-ons or download different things for the game. So I decided that I was going to download these items, and so I've been building and playing with that and really quite enjoying it actually. So that's one of the biggest things that I spent my time on, was just playing this game a lot. Now I had to be careful obviously not to spend too much time on screens or I would be having issues with my head. Although I have to be honest, December was a pretty good month. I did watch a few TV series, so I've been working my way through ER. I've also been watching a couple of Netflix series. I also watched a few movies, so I actually not long ago watched the recent Pixar movie Soul. I absolutely love that movie. I also spent a lot of time again watching YouTube with those, not only trying to figure out and find out more about the microphone that I got. So I'm using the Blue Snowball Ice microphone, watching reviews on it, see what people thought about it. Now the main reason why I was watching reviews on it actually was to determine whether I wanted to keep it or not. I hardly know anything about microphones. It's the one thing that I've been struggling with quite a bit actually, is what audio equipment to use. And I knew I wanted an external microphone, but I wasn't sure where to even start. I just want to finish off this video with why I think it's important to take these breaks. And why I decided to do the scheduled content instead of just completely taking a break. So, first of all, the reason why I think it's really important to take these breaks is so that you don't get burned out and no longer motivated. This is a very, very long journey. It's extremely hard building up a following when you're first getting going. It takes very, very consistent videos, very, very consistent interaction on your part to build a community. People want to connect with you. They want someone that they can trust. They want consistent content. And so that's a major goal. Unfortunately, too, if you take too much of a break from YouTube, they don't reward this type of behavior. So your channel does best when people come back and watch it all of the time. And taking completely off just doesn't fit with the algorithm. For people who have been doing this for many, many years, have quite a following, even if you've been doing it for many years and been consistent, then taking a break at a specific time every year is probably you're not likely to lose subscribers. If you aren't very well known and you just all of a sudden stop making content, it's not going to help keep subscribers. You want to have that consistent content coming out. With that, if you've made it to this point in the video, please feel free to subscribe. I'm going to actually put up a graphic here that shows how many people are actually subscribed versus unsubscribed. And if we could get this ratio down to 50-50 even, we could have a lot more subscribers. Now, the reason why we push subscribers on YouTube is because when we have more subscribers and more people consistently coming back to watch our content, we get a bigger reach for our videos. So a bigger reach means more awareness for IIH when we eventually get back to doing that content, which I will be back with on Monday. Be sure to hit that notification bell at the same time so that you don't miss when the content is coming out and so that you don't miss future videos. If you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, be sure to like and follow. And as for now, that's it for today. Bye, everyone.